What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream on the Texas Rangers Report. And in this one, we are breaking down the Rangers' first game in Houston. And it started off with Martin Perez pitching really well. Okay, um, 3 innings in, and he retired everybody he faced. And the Rangers were getting off hot. Marcus Semien with the solo home run, Corey Seager with the 2-run homer, and we're quickly up 3-0. And then Adolis hits a 4-run homer, and then we enter the fourth inning, and that's where we get into our problem right there. And give credit to the Astros where credit is due. They made Martin Perez work like crazy in that inning, and Jose Altuve, he had that base hit, went the other way with it. Altuve is a good hitter. Yes, they had the trash can scandal and everything. They're still a really good team. That's what good teams do. And then he had like 3 walks that inning. It was bad. But then Jordan Alvarez hit into a double play, and we're like, okay, we can get out of the inning. But they just made him work. Martin Perez got tired that inning, and he lets up a grand slam to Aledmys Diaz of all people. But that just shows you almost everybody on this team can hit. They make you work. They draw walks. They don't swing at anything crazy. And I think the Rangers, as much as we hate the Astros on this channel, you have to be thinking, we got to model our team after good organizations. Look at the Cardinals. They're good almost every year. The Dodgers, the Yankees, the Astros are starting to be one of those teams. We got to start thinking, how can we be one of those dynasty teams? That doesn't mean making the playoffs every year, doesn't mean winning a World Series every year, but more often than not, becoming one of the better teams in the league, because we're in the DFW area. There's no reason our team should perform like a low market team like the Rockies or the Pirates or the Diamondbacks. There's no reason. However, the Rangers did come back, and we made some noise. Bubba Thompson got his first RBI of his career. It was a little ground ball dribbler to the right side. Josh Smith scored. And I'm gonna tell you guys. I know a lot of you guys like Josh Smith, you like Bubba Thompson and Ezekiel Duran, but they really haven't done a lot at the major league level. So I'm all for them playing, seeing what they could do at the majors, because somebody could get hot. But I'm not the one that's thinking we should go and hand them a job next year. The only legit prospects on the position and that I think we have in the organization is Josh Young, who actually started a game tonight at AAA Round Rock, and Luis Angel Acuna, because I'm just trying to keep it realistic with everybody on this channel and on my Twitter, that if Josh Smith were to become a Silver Slugger or Duran or Bub Thompson, wouldn't I love that? Yes. But we have to be realistic. Bubba Thompson was a guy that we were willing to trade before the trade deadline. So now he's up at the major leagues. We can't just expect him to be an all-star. Yes, he's super fast, but he hasn't done anything amazing. And just because we're still off that high of winning the Joey Gallo trade doesn't necessarily mean that the players are performing well. So I really hope that the Rangers sign some guys to fill those spots next year, at least to give Duran and Smith and Bubba Thompson some competition. But also, I think you can look at these guys. Maybe you can use them for trade bait as well. That's something that you have to think of, because as we start to become a contender, the payroll is going to get up there. So you can't always sign free agents. So that's an area where you can go out and trade for people. Yeah, but it was all, I think that this game blew up for us in that fourth inning with Martin Perez. He goes out and pitches the next inning and lets up 3 more runs. That just shows that the Astros are relentless. We were able to the bullpen did its job. Jose Leclerc looks like he's becoming that multi-inning weapon that the Rangers have done with a few guys now in Brock Berg, Matt Moore, Taylor Hearn, and Jose Leclerc. Jose Leclerc hasn't been as good as Jonathan Hernandez, but he has shown signs of getting back to his dominant self. And Brett Martin, he's been a roller coaster up and down all year. You could question whether he's been put in favorable spots for him to succeed, but he had a clean ninth. But it just shows that every single time you think the Astros are going to fall off, losing George Springer, losing Carlos Correa, losing Garrett Cole, you think, okay, maybe their time is going to come to an end and their farm system isn't that good. But it just shows that I think they're going to be around for longer than we want and longer than we think. So we have to be considering, how do we gain an edge over the Astros? Do I think it will last forever? No, because they don't have as strong of the farm system, but they're able to pop out guys like Jose Urquidy, Christian Javier, Luis Garcia for the past 2 years. So it's kind of crazy. From Sean McNally, starting to think we're not making the World Series this year. Yes. Maybe not even the playoffs, but I know you're joking. From Sean McNally as well, Young is having a nice night tonight. 1 for 2 with a homer and a couple walks. Also, Josh Smith is not it. I would be surprised if Durant is an above average player. Reagan's I could see being decent. And like I said, I think we all want these guys to pan out. But I don't think Josh Smith really fits the mold of today's player. You really want somebody that has a little bit of pop, and Josh Smith has really shown none at all. I would say he could be at best a utility player that maybe hits 8 home runs a year. That's not a starter, but I really hope that he could. And I'm not counting anybody out. And Duran, I don't know. I feel like kind of like Adolis. He could throw 3 straight sliders and he'll strike out. But Adolis has gone better this year for sure. I just don't know what Rangers fans are thinking whenever they just say Duran's been good, Josh Smith has been good. I'm like they're putting up the same stats as Cole Calhoun, who you say is sucking. I don't understand it. Is it because they have the top prospect status that you are validating them more than they should be? Because I think this is the reason why Rangers fans get burnt, because they put all their trust in these guys who they think are going to pan out, when in reality, let's just be realistic. If we think all these, let's just be realistic. We probably only have 2 All-Stars in the farm system. 2 All-Stars. If we think about it that way, instead of saying, oh, we probably have like 6 All-Stars, and that's going to help us out a lot more. So we can realize a lot of these guys, we could use them just as assets. I know everybody knows that prospects don't pan out, but they like to get attached to them. And then whenever they reach the majors, they get more attached to him, and they think, oh, he's going to be the next Silver Slugger, next All-Star. That's just my opinion. I definitely think Duran needs more time in the minors, but there's nothing we can really do about it. Now, I think he is better than Brad Miller. Maybe something happens when Cole Calhoun comes back from the injured list. However, I don't know why Brad Miller is still getting at-bats. That is confusing to me. But let me know what you think in the comment sections. Again, from Sean. By the way, your mic just started bugging out. Is it working? Is my mic working, Sean, by any chance? Well, with I can understand you, but it sounds weird. Okay, well, thanks for letting me know about the mic. I think this is where I'm gonna end the post-game recap. I'm gonna try to do these almost every single game, keep it around 10 minutes, but Rangers lose a tough one tonight, and it's even tougher because we know that we have our best chance of winning the game with Martin Perez. This has really been his worst showing of the year. However, he did look dominant at times, but then the fourth and fifth inning just kind of rocked him. So it's a tough one. And honestly, we're probably going to lose the series. But the Astros are just not good. And it reminds me of the 2010, 2011 World Series teams. We would get down 4-0. But it didn't matter because there's still a bunch of baseball left to be played. So hopefully the Rangers can take these results and say how can we improve on it where everybody's using it as competition for next year, where there's actually competition at every single roster spot. Obviously, Seager and Simeon, there's not going to be competition there because they're locked up. But I think almost every single spot you can say is up for grabs. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Thank you all for watching. With that being said, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.